Welcome back, guys. Once again, we are doing 0 to 500k and we've just hit 14k subs, which means we're giving away 7 copies of EAFC. So the winners are going to be picked in the next week and I'll have those up in the videos over the next week as well. But don't worry, if you don't win one of those, we are still going to do a giveaway at 15k as well. If we hit it before EAFC comes out, we will give away an additional 5 copies. So if you're new around here and you want to win a copy, make sure to subscribe and continue to send the proof over on Instagram. And as always, if you want coins in a quicker way, well, so if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description and let's get into it. So guys, as usual, you're going to need to make some coins initially in order to do the method. So once again, I'll run through all the things that we can do. Of course, moments, squad battles, rivals, and champs are all really easy ways to do it. Champs, you've just got qualifications. Even if you're not good enough to get into champs, you get a tradable reward. Rivals, tradable reward if you pick it. Squad battles, put it on in the background. Whether you're doing homework, schoolwork, business work at home, whatever it is that you're doing at home, you can do that in the background and not really have to pay much attention. And then moments, if you find a tradable reward, it's always worth doing the moments because they're quite easy to do. Now, failing that, obviously you can take yourself to stadium. You will find a ton of stuff in this section. If you've been playing the game for a few months even, you'll find a ton of stuff in these sections that you just don't need that you can quick sell. Alternatively, you can obviously go through your club, find things like chemistry styles, and if none of that is going to work for you, all you've really got is, I'd say squad battles is the simplest one where you can just go and get coins really easily. Now for the methods today, what we're actually going to do is try out one method from multiple different qualities. So rather than just going for, now for the methods today, we're going to try a load of different qualities. Now we are of course going to start off with gold rare because it's the easiest one to start off with and it's a good base first of all. Now we're going to go for this one with a little bit of a rogue one. I believe, I want to say it's Croatia. I think that's right. So Croatia Premier League, gold rare, you've got Perisic and Kovacic. So it's a nice little filter. It starts you off with 84, which obviously aren't as expensive as they'd historically be. So you've got a nice little sort of cheaper start, I suppose, than it would usually be with this one. So you're looking at about a 2.7 or a 2.8 sell on. You can see at 2.7 there's a few cards there, so that's kind of probably the mark you'd really want to set. So EA tax on that is going to be 270 halved, so 10% halved, which would be 135 coins. So if you go here, you're making 65 coins. Here you're making 165 coins. So if you go for 2.4, it's 165 coins a card. So really easy to make good little bits of profit. You only need to sort of do 10 of them to be making 1.6, which is actually quite a nice little number, bearing in mind you're starting off, at a very low point. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on this filter because it is pretty simple. Silver team of the weeks, just search them. I think the max is 30k. They should be going for about 29, maybe even 30 dead on from the looks of things, and there is literally like none on the market. So if you can grab one, it's brilliant. Obviously there used to be a massive amount of them. You can't get them anymore, so they're just more valuable. If you can even snipe them for 28, you're looking at 500 coin profit. It would just be a case of spamming and waiting around. They are very different on the market to a lot of cards because they're just simply not attainable anymore. Now with gold team of the week, some really simple ones. I would say Premier League and either go for Brazil, Newcastle or Arsenal. Those three are pretty good in terms of there's quite a lot of players on the informs for those teams. If we have a look, informs have also shot up from the looks of things right now. I've actually been kind of out of the mix with FIFA, so I'm not as in the know as I really should be. But we're looking at about 18,000 coins for one of these. EA tax on that is going to be 900. So you want to really be going down to 16,750, maybe even 16,500. So 600 coins profit per card. Now, an easy one for the path to glories is England Premier League, and then you've got the likes of Grealish, and then you've of course got Walker, who's actually way closer to Grealish's price now, but because he's a little bit too high up for it really to make a filter out of it. You've obviously got the likes of Pulisic, you've got the likes of Grealish for the Prem there as well. You've also got Bruno Gomes, so that's free where they're kind of on the cheaper end. And then if you do want to push that up to something a little bit more expensive, now Man City, and then you kind of just want to check what Grealish's max is, because if Bernardo Silva is going for more than Grealish's max, and then obviously Walker is as well, you should be able to make a good bit of coinage. Let's have a look. Grealish's max is 60k, so that should be a dub in terms. Let's have a look. We do minimum 70. Bernardo looks like about 100k card, but I don't want to solidify that in. Okay, so yeah, pretty much dead on 100k. You're looking at about 60 or 70k more for Walker. Definitely worth doing as a filter because easily you're going to get a load of Bernardos. If you get a Walker, if you can get the snipe fast enough, you are absolutely laughing. Now, Fantasy Foot Heroes, we didn't really have a lot in lieu of a filter. Of course, you can pop on Premier League, and you're going to have Crouch, you're going to have King, and you're going to have Kuehl, along with, of course, Park Ji-sung, which I don't think he should be this price, even though he was a reward at the end of the season. This is one of my favourite cards of the year, but of course we're not really going to see Ginola in this filter because it's just never going to happen. So really good as a kind of a base filter. You are looking around kind of the 40, 30k mark, because even though Park is 100k, a lot of the other cards basically are the minimum value that they can possibly be. Now heading over to Centurions, we're going to leave the Premier League and go over to League Earn. And PSG for this one, really simple. You've got Verratti and Kimpembe, both cards which were, I want to say, they held the test of time for quite a while. That Kimpembe card, I packed him in one of the sort of store packs where you get like a random pack card, and I got that Kimpembe, and he was incredible all the way until the SBC Kimpembe came out, and that's kind of where he started dropping off price. But as you can see here, we've got 20k for a Verratti that really was an incredible price for the majority of the year, but then obviously even his team of the season isn't really that expensive, so you can see why it's obviously lowered in price. You'd be doing compare price on this one, kind of looking for like a 20. How have we missed that? Oh, guys. Now, simply put, with the new promos, you can go level up, literally just base level filter, sort of 30k. You're looking at, from the looks of things, maybe even under 20 for some of these cards. I feel like these were, in essence, quite a useless promo. Now, I don't know what you guys will think. Some of you guys might really love this promo. I think it's been crap. I don't think they've really put much time into it, and I don't think they've really cared about the promo, because no one really is trying to do the amount of games that they're requiring. I'm not trying to play 30 games just to get someone upgraded, and I'm not going to spend a ton of coins to buy someone who's going to drop in coins to then get them upgraded. Like that doesn't make sense. But with the premium shapeshifters, I think you're looking, I want to say like 50k for the cheapest ones of these. So you got Gertzo, you got En-Nesyri, you got Cabrera, you got Pepe, anyone else on that list? Looks like just those guys, but once again, very simple filter. You've got a ton of cards on it, and of course you can then just go into the regular shapeshifters, same sort of thing. So you've got Tolisso here. There should be a few other players, but I know that he's probably the cheapest one of the bunch. Now, of course, you've got the option with Team of the Year and Team of the Year icons now to essentially just go to about 200k. And as you can see, Modric is dropping absolutely ridiculously. Once again, Team of the Year icon. I think these guys, some of these are like 80k. I'm pretty sure that Perez and Cole are like very, very close to min. Yeah, 90k here. I mean, it's sad to see, but it does mean that we've got a nice little filter that we can make a ton of coins off. So 90k is the cheapest one, 95, 97. So you'd want to compare price really with this one. Unfortunately, someone has listed, oh, actually, if we do the 26.5, so you can do compare price on this one, you'd be looking really for about 90k and under. It is probably a good chance that you can. Ow, how have we missed that? That and the Kimpembe, two essentially mid-price snipes that we deserved. Like, it's such an L, such a flipping L. Right, I'm gonna have to end the video in a minute because that is such a big L. But we do have Brazil and Premier League, which is a nice one to finish off, ones to watch, Jesus and Anthony. So you've got a nice set of filters there, pretty much every range of price that you're going to have up to about 200k, which is good because it means no matter what coins you have right now, you can build with the first filters, use the methods that I kind of explained to build coins at the start, and then you have this to get yourself all the way to 500k. So if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. Of course, drop a like down below, and if you don't really enjoy the videos, you might as well subscribe anyway, just to get that free copy of FIFA, just in case. So make sure to send your proof over on Insta, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.